Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how to make this really easy detailed halter top. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So I'm taking this wool yarn. It is a medium weight 4, and I'm going to be using my 5mm hook. So to get started for this project, I'm just going to be making a slip knot. So if you're new, you just twist the yarn over, grab the tail of it through, and then tighten it. And that's how you do a slip knot. So now all I'm going to do, I'm going to be making a size small. I'm just going to be chaining a chain that's long enough to wrap just a tiny bit into your side. So it's going to cover underneath your bust all the way across the front of your body, just wrapping a little bit into your sides. So I will let you know how many chains that is, but everyone's different, so it's easier to just measure it along yourself, but I'm just going to be chaining. So I did 45 chains. This is a size small, and it wraps just a little bit into my sides. That's all you want. You don't want it to cover in too much. So I do have 45 chains. If you want to make sure that you have an odd number, that would probably be more ideal, because then you'll have one center chain and then an even number on either side. So I have 45, so I'll have 22, the center chain 22. So if you want to think about it and be exact with your chains, that's what you do. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of fold it in half, and this is also, yeah, this is the center chain. So just make sure you have the center chain. I'm just gonna pull it out so that it's bubbled a little bit, so I know to stop there once I reach the center. So now all I'm going to do to begin on my first row is I'm going to chain 2, prepare for a double crochet. So I'm gonna wrap the yarn around the hook. So I'm just gonna place my hook through that very last chain of the row, yarn over, pull through. I'll have 3 chains left on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2 of those, yarn over, pull through 2 of those. That is 1 double crochet. So we're going to be placing 1 double crochet in every chain until you reach that center chain that you marked. You could place a chain marker too if you'd like, but I'm too lazy for that. So I'm just going to be going back along the row, placing 1 double crochet in every chain. Stop the chain before the center, and I will come back once I reach that chain. So now I'm stopping 1 chain before the center chain that I had pulled up and marked. So now all we're going to do for the center design is I'm just going to chain 1, prepare for a double crochet, skip over the very next chain, and place it in the chain after that. You're going to be placing a double crochet. Now all I'm going to do is chain 1 again, skip over the very next chain, and place a double crochet in the chain after. So now you're going to have just like a little bit of space in between. And then I'm just going to go right back into placing 1 double crochet in every chain until I reach the end of this row. So now that I've reached the end of my row, you should have 1 row with 2 spaces in the middle, and yeah, that's it. So to get started on the next row and all of the rows after that for the bulk part of the top, so we're going to be repeating this row over and over again until you have enough space to cover majority of your bust. So I will let you know how many rows that ends up being for me. But of course, always measure it against yourself, because we're gonna just do like a block, and then we're gonna start decreasing up into the halter top. So for the second row and the beginning of the next few rows after this, you're just going to chain 2, flip over your work, this very first chain that's connected to your chain 2 technically is the first chain of the row, but that is attached to your chain 2, which is counting as your first double crochet. So we're going to skip over that and then prepare for a double crochet, go into the chain after. So skipping the chain that's connected to the chain 2 and placing your double crochet in the chain after that. So all I'm going to be doing is placing 1 double crochet in every chain until I reach this little center design, and then I will show you what I do for that once I reach it. So it's just 1 double crochet in every chain. So now that I have reached the center design, you're basically just going to be repeating exactly what you did. Just make sure that you place the last double crochet in the double crochet right beneath it, and then I'm at the space, so I'm just going to chain 1, prepare for a double crochet, place my double crochet in the center double crochet beneath it. Then I'm going to chain 1 again and then skip over and place my double crochet in the very next double crochet beneath it. So that's all you do for this center. It's going to line up so that this pattern repeats all the way up at the top. So now we're just going to go right back into placing 1 double crochet in every chain. So I am going to just continue this row, the same exact row again, probably 3 to 4 more times. And then I will come back and show you how I start decreasing along the edges. This is a pretty straightforward beginner tutorial, so hopefully there's not a lot of confusion there, but all I'm gonna do is repeat this last row that I'm doing 3 to 4 more times, and then I will come back once I'm finished. So now I have completed a few more rows. I ended up doing 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have a total of 7 rows on my base for the base of my halter top. So it depends how large you want it to be. Also, if you want it to go a little bit farther down your midsection, feel free to continue this as long as you want it to be. But I'm gonna do 7, and then now I'm gonna start decreasing so that it'll triangle up into the neck portion. So to decrease, we are going to be placing the decreases in the first and the last chain of every row. So all I'm going to do is chain 2 and flip over my work. Then as usual, you've been skipping this first chain that's connected to the chain 2. So I am going to wrap the yarn around the hook, place it through the very first chain or the very next chain of the row, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 left on your hook, and then I'm just going to go right into the very next chain, place my hook, yarn over, pull through. I will have 4 chains on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 3. So that is how I'm going to be decreasing. This is just going to make sure that there's no weird spaces on the corners of the halter top, because you can just go ahead and skip a chain, but then it'll leave a space. So yep, that's all I'm going to be doing. Then I'm just going to prepare for a double crochet and then place 1 double crochet in each chain as usual. So now I'm just going to continue this row the same exact way. So now I'm just going to complete the row. I'm going to stop on the 3rd to the last chain so that I can place my decrease on the 2nd chain. So I hope that makes sense, but I'm just going to come back once I'm at the end of the row, and I'll show you how to decrease in the last chain as well. So now I'm in the 2nd to last chain, so I have 2 chains left in the row. These are the chains you're going to decrease in. So wrap the yarn around your hook, go through the 2nd to last chain, place your hook through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to just go right into the very last chain, yarn over, pull through. You're going to have 3 left, and then just place a double crochet. So that is how we're going to be skipping a chain. So now in the next row we only have 2 chains in the place of the 3 beneath it. So Hope that makes sense, but that's all we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to chain 2, flip over my work, and again we're going to decrease, wrap the yarn around the hook. We're skipping that very first chain that's connected to the chain 3, placing it in the very next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to go right into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 left, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is how we are going to be decreasing from here on out. Then I'm just going to place 1 double crochet in each chain until we reach the center pattern. Then just go ahead and do the little center pattern, chain 1, decrease, and then we're gonna just do the next row. So I'm just gonna continue this. I will come back and show you the decrease for the end of this row just in case you need to watch it again. I'm trying really hard not to speed through it because I know that there are a lot of beginners, so I'm sorry if it's kind of confusing, but if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will try my best to answer. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to go ahead and skip through this row till I get to the decrease, and I'll show you the decrease one more time. And that's basically all I'm going to be doing. I'll probably do 4 more rows, 3 to 4 more rows, and then I'm going to be doing a little bit different of a design on the top. So I will come back for the last decrease, and yes, that's all I'm going to be doing. So I have reached the second to last chain, and since we did do the decrease on the chain beneath it, you can see this is the very next chain, and then it kind of curves because it's the decreased chain. So I know it's kind of hard to see with this, but so there's only 2 left. But yeah, so now I'm just going to be placing another decrease, wrapping the yarn around the hook, going through the second to last chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then I'm just going to place my hook through that very last chain, which is curved because it's decreased beneath it, which is fine. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So yes, that is the decrease. So now I'm just going to continue this for 3 more rows, maybe 3 to 4 more rows, depending on how long you want it. You can continue for as long as you like. But yeah, so I will come back once I have finished and I will show you the top design. So now that I have finished with the amount of decreased rows I want to do, I think I did a total of 8. But yeah, so just do it however long you want it to be. I'm gonna do a few more rows of just like an edging, but this is how wide I want my neckline to be. If you want it to be smaller, of course continue the decrease until it's the length that you want it to be at your neckline. So now all I'm gonna do is just chain 2. Then I'm going to, at the top of this chain 2, chain an additional 1. This is the chain connected to your chain, so that doesn't count. I'm going to skip the very next chain and place a double crochet in the chain after that. Now I'm going to chain 1, skip the very next chain, and place a double crochet in the chain after that. Chain 1, skip 1, place a double crochet in the chain after. So I'm going to be continuing this pattern for this entire row. Oh shit. I'm going to be continuing this pattern of chaining 1 and skipping a chain for this entire row. I do want to kind of have just like a little square detail. I might just do like 2 rows of this, but yeah, I will show you. Did I chain 1? Yes. I will show you how to end the row. I'm just going to continue this for the remainder of this row. So now that I've reached the end of the row, all I do to begin the next row is just chain 2, flip over your work, and then you're going to be just repeating that same thing. So you're going to chain 1 at the top of the chain 2, skip over this and place your double crochet in the double crochet beneath it. chain 1, skip over the box and place it in the top of the double crochet beneath it, placing a double crochet, of course. So this is all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to finish this row, and then I might do a third row. Maybe I'll just do 2. You could do as many of these rows as you would like. It just adds like a really cute edging to the top. Yeah, so I will come back to show you how to do the straps. I think I'm just gonna do 2 rows of this. So I ended up doing 3 rows, but you could do as little or as many of this edging as you would like. So now to do the straps, all you have to do is, I'm going to continue the same thread that I had left off on, and I'm just going to be chaining. So you can make this chain as long as you need it to be, and then once you're finished with this chain, all you're going to do is cut and tie onto the 4 corners, and then you are basically done. This is a really easy but cute design. I actually really love this a lot. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Please leave me any requests you have for other halters or bikinis. I am going to be doing a high-waisted bikini bottom next. So if you have any other requests besides a high-waisted bikini bottom, please let me know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next video.